Hey everybody, MarikoOkuri here, bringing you part 9 of Let's Play Megaman X Command Mission. It's good to be back with doing these videos again. I'm sorry for being gone for a while. If you want to know where I've been, I have a link to a update video that I posted not too long ago in the description, as well as on the video in an annotation. Thank you. And with that, the long short of it is that I lost my old capture device and I had to get a new one, but thanks to a friend that I will properly thank in the future. I was meaning to actually properly thank him in this video, but I guess it's gonna have to be in the next one. For a new capture device, and as well as not having the time to actually find recording or time to record, basically, again, as usual. But I think I'll be getting back to a better, constant rate of new videos. So, with that said, let's get back into Megaman X Command Mission. In the last part, we defeated Silverhorn in Tianna Camp and rescued Nana, our navigator, I believe, for this game. So, with that, we head back to the Resistance base to inform the chief.
This is Professor Godil. We could really use him on our side. Nana, please.
Sir, Professor Godil was a central figure and lead researcher at the Giant Force Metal Research Lab that was here in Giga City. He's a renowned specialist in complex energy theories and is also an accomplished engineer.
Where is he?
When the rebellion army caused the uprising, he retreated to the safety of his lab. And since then, he has refused any kind of contact with both the army and the government.
Which means we'll have to sneak into a lab that's heavily guarded against intruders.
That's true, but the professor could help us strengthen the base, as well as helping us with our preparations to fight the rebellion army.
We've got to get the prof on our side before the rebellion army does.
Alright, so we have our new mission, but before we actually continue on with the rest of this video, we need to actually talk to Nana right after finishing Tianna Camp. If we talk to Nana, she'll actually tell us something. Many of the functions of the Hunter base have been restored. I set up something I thought would come in handy, the treasure radar. Let me explain what it does and how to use it. Or more or less, let me explain. Basically, this is something that's only in the GameCube version of Command Mission X. Or just Command Mission. I don't know why I keep putting X in it. The treasure radar, basically, if you have a Game Boy Advance to GameCube adapter, if you plug in your Game Boy Advance while the game is on, you'll actually have a radar on screen on your Game Boy Advance, which basically alerts you if any hidden items are in the area. They're mostly invisible, but when you have the radar on, it actually shows them on in the field. So I don't know why give you a radar to find hidden items if just having the thing plugged in will actually show the items on screen. But either way, it's a nice, interesting little side thing that you can do. You don't actually have to get all the treasures. Basically, they're in the form of different style tokens that you can get. But it's a nice, interesting thing that you can actually find or use to get to new, or just get some tokens for something extra, basically. Let's see what Spider has to say. Force Metal Lab. Well, that sounds intriguing. If it turns out they're cooking up something nasty, we'll just have to borrow it for a closer look. And if we head in here, find Massimo. A hero. He was a true hero. Massimo the Brave. Did I really deserve to inherit this armor? Along with Massimo's legacy? Wait a minute. I've worried long enough. I must become strong. I must become strong! Some interesting dialogue between these two characters. Before we continue, we're actually going to head back to the Airbus to head back to the Air City. Just to see if we can actually find something that we can do. Or anything that's interesting that we can find out by talking to the people around here. as well as probably visit the shops to stock up on new equipment and items if we need to. Woman Reploid passerby. Oh my, look at this little doggy. Lately, he seems to think that I'm the lady thief that everybody's been talking about. The lady thief is a red Reploid, but I'm green. What is he, colorblind or something? Now, I would say that she has the right to say that why is he considered if she's green, and saying what is he, colorblind? As real dogs are colorblind, but then again, this is a robot dog. So wouldn't he actually kind of get rid of that problem since he's a robot? Unless they just decided, you know what, we're gonna make a robot dog, and to make it authentic, let's make him colorblind. But I don't know. I guess they just wanted to be like other dogs. Just with robot parts though. Now it looks like he thinks we're the thief too. Hey, that woman Reploid over there, that got to be the thief. I heard that the thief was red. She can't slip my me. She can't slip my me? I think you mean to say she can't slip by me. That's some translation error there. The rat. The only rat is the person that translated your dialogue. Sunbathing woman. Phew! What wonderful weather. I feel great on days like this. Well, thanks for your intel. That's really useful information. Alright, here we got a new, or not new, but we did kind of show this off in a previous video, I believe. The figure token vending machine. We did get some tokens while we were in Tianna Camp, so I guess we can use them up here. If I remember correctly, all these options that you can select from Shadow's Betrayal, Bounty Hunters, and Massimo's Vow are basically just sections of the chapters that we've gone through. So in this case, it's chapter 1, 2, and 3. And I guess if we go through, basically if you select this and spend 2 tokens, you're able to get a figure that's based on that chapter. So in this case, this was from the first chapter, and we get Shadow. We go again, we get Hippopresser. We get Epsilon with his cape. That's one messed up guy. And we get X. We're just only missing one more, but we don't have enough. We're just short by 1 token, so... Well, unfortunately, we aren't able to get finished with the first set. Alright, so right here, we can get some new items. Let's see. We definitely need a new lance for Massimo to upgrade him. I feel like we're probably gonna get an Ice Buster in the future. I'm not exactly sure. But I definitely want to get the Guard Buster. Wait, no. Hold on. What special does it does? Nothing really. The only thing is that actually, I think I'm gonna get the Ice Buster instead. It has... This one might give you less defense than the Guard Buster, but I think the better offense, as well as the less decreasing speed that it gives, it balances it out a bit. I want to get a new weapon for Spider, but I feel like... What is it right now, though? It's like 40... About 44, I believe. But I feel like the Queens of Diamond, I think he has, or no. No, yeah, Queen of Diamond that he has right now, it gives more Zenny, and right now we don't have that much Zenny, so I feel like it's better that he has that item on right now. Don't really have any use for those. So I think we're good with weapons here. Items... Besides Cooler... Yeah, besides Cooler, it looks like we're good. I don't have any of the new fancy stuff, but we have an unrivaled selection. If I remember correctly, I think all this guy does is give you like the Mega weapons, as in like Mega Fire and Mega Thunder, as well as previous equipment that you could buy from the weapon shop. Yeah, we already had these weapons as well as these as well, I think. it also gives you some older force medals that you could buy. It's a transporter. We don't really need it right now. And force medal shop. I think what I'm gonna do, if I remember correctly, everyone has like level 1. We have 1 speed up, I believe. Yeah. I think what I want to get. It's gonna be attacked by shot damage, so we'll get him a shield. We can't really use that because it gives erosion of 10, so I'm not going to use that. We don't really need protection, especially since we have... it looks like we don't have one of each. Nothing really else I can get. I think that's where I'm going to leave it. So let's equip these new equipment. You don't need anything. Place your Thunder Buster with an Ice Buster. Yeah. Place the Massive Lance with Protect Lance. And then we go to Force Medals and we... Doesn't really need anything new. He's pretty good with what he has. Place Water Guard with... Let's give him an Armor 3. And Speed... Give him the new speed plus 3. Alright, good. We're still in good immunity level. We don't need your water guard anymore. Even though he is affected by elemental attacks more than the others, I think it's better if I give him the shield 3, or armor 3. No. Yeah, shield 3 to minimize shot damage. I think we're mainly going to be attacked by enemies that do... firing attacks instead of combat attacks. And with that, I think we're good. There's nothing really else beyond that point except some more replicas that are probably going to tell us the same stuff about how there's a thief out there. So we're just going to head back to the Airbus and head back to base. Also, I'm sorry if you can hear any background noise. I got it, and again, with the new capture device, I also got a new microphone. And so noises like my chair and my laptop's fan, like, going, like, pretty much burning up, really. I don't think it's really burning up, but it's like the fan is going full power right now. As well as the button presses on my controller. Because this microphone actually has pretty good sound, so it's able to pick up a lot of other stuff. Actually, let me check. What do we got in sub-tanks? Yeah, no. Actually, we're missing one piece, so we're still at full. Alright, if I remember correctly, I think we're able to talk to Chief. Thank goodness we have Nana back. She's a very talented operator. That's not if you need to use a teleporting device. Alright. The connection to the deployment center has been restored. You can use the deployment center to deploy friendly mechanoloids to collect Zenny and items. Okay, this is something cool. For a more detailed explanation, see the tutorial after you enter the deployment center. And you can also view items collected in deployment in the Sky Room. I connected the teleporting device to the Sky Room, so just tell me when you want to go there. Alright, so first off, let's go to the deployment center. Or call deployment center. Alright. Okay, so this is something actually pretty cool that I didn't know, or I knew about this, but I didn't know the cool fact about it. Back then, I forget how long, but like, Mega Man Legends series had only 3 games, if I remember correctly. Mega Man Legends 1, Mega Man Legends 2, and a spin-off game called The Misadventures of Tronbon. In The Misadventures of Tronbon, you basically take control of Servbots in your team, and you have, I think, a max of 60 or maybe like 50 Servbots. You can choose which throughout the whole entire ship, you can choose which Servbots you want to take on the field with you as you're like exploring for treasure, but you can also have Servbots sent out on scouting missions to pick up items or treasure on their own. And in this game, the deployment center is basically the same kind of deal. And I think if I remember, Actually, I might need to check up the tutorial because it's been a while since I've done this. Alright. The stages that X has unlocked still contains unexplored areas. Deploy expert mechs to analyze these areas and return with objects. Deploy units and position them effectively. The more, difficulty. The more diamonds, the more time is required to return. Zenny items and discs. The more stars it has, the more objects remaining. So basically, if something has more crystal, or I keep thinking that the shape is a crystal instead of a diamond. If it has more diamonds, that means it's gonna take longer for them to come back when you send them out, as well as need probably more stronger enemies will probably be there. And for Zenny items and discs, the more stars they have, the more rare or like more expensive or important items that you'll get from it. And abilities are basically perimeters that increases with level up. So basically like experience kind of level up system. There's 3 types of units: combat types, search types, and intelligent types. The combat types mostly collect Zenny, search types look for items, and intelligent types collect discs. Different abilities that each unit has, as in like stat-wise. They have vitality that has likelihood to return safely, attack which determines how much Zenny they can obtain, search which basically likelihood to find items, likelihood to find discs, and move is basically mission time. How long they'll probably be out there, if I remember correctly. If they succeed, it is determined by the difficulty of the area and the number of level of deployed units. If the unit levels are still low, you can stand a better chance at success if you stick to areas with low difficulty. Object consists of Zenny items and discs. The more return alive, the more objects are brought back. If all units are destroyed, nothing is obtained, and enemies or units that are immobilized will be repaired when they come back. Leveling up. On successful missions, they level up, and the perimeters that increase vary depending on the deployment area. The maximum level 10, it enters in the Hall of Fame. And hints. Unit stats are affected by the composition of the party and is all about compatibility. The first unit chosen is leader, and the rest are and affects the party's morale. Experimentation definitely pays off in this, alright. I know I should have probably knew about this or read through it before I introduced this, but I kind of forgot about this this feature, so... But I did remember like how interesting it is that it's something that was brought back from the Legend series into the X series for this. So, anyways, the deployment area. Let's see. Where do we want to go first? It seems it's best to start with Central Tower. Alright, and all we have is only one team, and we have the D-Shark. I forget exactly how you actually get more units. I believe it has something to do with... Oh, actually there's more. It depends on, like, when you defeat an enemy, I believe. You're actually given a chance to, like, find a card, I believe, that has that enemy become basically liberated to work with you. So, alright, so let's send D-Shark, the Patrol Dog, and the Sign Dropper. I forget what those things are, but let's go with that. So we'll send... Yeah, these things. Yeah, I recognize them now. Alright, so let's deploy this team out, and we'll just wait for them to come back later. Since we don't have any other units to deploy, that's pretty much all we can do for now. And so yeah. Alright, with that, we can now head to the Sky Room. And this is basically like your little, kind of like a trophy room. It's basically a room where any items that you picked up, whether from the figurine machine and/or from the units that you deployment units that you send out, as well as some nice, interesting settings that you can do. In this one, you can actually view your data of like what you've done so far, as in like some interesting things that you can check out, as in Defeat over 100 enemies, obtain spear. Okay, so basically there's some little challenges that you can do that give you something in return. In this case, we got over 10,000 experience points, and we got a water curtain. It's basically stuff that you can use in your in the Sky Room. Defeat 100 enemies, pre-on special. You can also check out your battle data, Zenny data, and also your shop data, which is interesting. Acquisitions, and just stuff like that. I also think if you check out Customize, you can actually change the color of your scarf that X has. So I think I'm going to keep it with blue because I actually like that. And if I had a scarf like this, I would actually probably prefer blue. Storage cabinet, you can actually view the figures that you picked up. Kind of like a little trophy room. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I went through this before because I don't remember having that baton. Or no, it was like mech bat or something like that. You can also check out sketches, but I don't think we have any right now. Oh, actually we do. Some interesting sketches that you can get from, I think mostly from checking out or doing challenges. View files. It's like some interesting data, as in like readable data that you can read that has like, think of it kind of like Kingdom Hearts with their Xehanort entries or journals. It's basically some interesting stuff that you can read about either the story of what's going on right now through the game, or just some information about stuff that you find or can find interesting. A nice little poster that you can hang up. Right now we only have one. I guess these are just employees or people that are here in the town in Giga City. And a jukebox, which lets us listen to music of the game, which is actually pretty interesting. Not a lot of games have like an interesting jukebox that you can actually use. It's mostly like a sound test and just only has like a blank screen. This one's actually kind of interesting. You can also watch previous cutscenes that you've gone through, like actual cutscenes, not like any basically pre-rendered cutscenes, not any in-game cutscenes. As we can see, there's only 57 actual cutscenes. So with that, it's interesting, and I'm definitely going to love using this scarf for a while. But I think with that, that's all we can do for now, at least in this span of this video. This is just basically a little short, not really short, but like extra video before we head to the next mission, just to show off the new stuff that we can actually do now that we finished Tianna Camp, as well as just getting our new equipment set up. So, now that I'm finally back to recording, I hope to get another episode out soon, like really soon, so that way this episode isn't just like, you know, a lame episode that probably wouldn't interest you if you didn't really care about any of this stuff, but and you were mostly focused on the game, as in like the missions and all that. So I'm gonna try to post another video soon, so that way, you know, one is about just exploring the Giga City, as well as the other one being the actual mission. So hopefully I get that out soon. But with that said, if you like this video, subscribe to my videos, white little button, give me a good thumbs up, review down below this video, and check out my other parts if you like this one. In the next video, we're going to head out to save or confiscate, or I don't know, just pick up Professor Galil to help us in Giga City, or the Resistance base, basically. So, I will see you guys next time.